Welcome back, everybody, to Sin Vergüenza, the podcast. I'm your host, Ale, and I'm joined alongside by my co-host,
Mr. Anonymous.
And today is Saturday, so instead of telling you guys about our weekend, considering it's about to start, let's just go ahead and talk about yesterday. First Friday, which was technically not the first Friday of the month. They had to change it because of winds and stuff. So it was rescheduled to the second Friday. First Friday, second Friday. It's fucking Friday, bitch. Okay, I just had to make sure I at least made it through the 30-second mark. I did. So, what stood out yesterday for you? Do you want to talk about your week yesterday? Just give everybody a little recap, what you've been through.
Yesterday, there wasn't really much, just other than there wasn't many couples. That's what I noticed yesterday. Not many
yesterday
people
was singles night out there, guys.
Yeah, I noticed that not a lot of people were there, I guess. So
everybody then broke up fucking right before Valentine's Day.
After Valentine's Day.
Before or after. Whichever one. It goes either way. Some people would like to be single on Valentine's Day to not spend money. Some people would like to be with somebody so they're not lonely. So either or.
And
get your bitches up, guys.
Okay. That was probably the funniest thing that I heard you say yesterday constantly was get your bitches up. I was just laughing.
Nobody had no boyfriend, girlfriend, boo thang, sneaky link. Goddamn. It was hard to get people last night. What else?
That's about it for me, to be honest.
Nothing interesting throughout your week?
Just been moving stuff to my aunt's new house, which is it's a pretty cool house. That's it.
Okay. Let's see. For me, I don't think my week was that crazy either. Nothing too intense. Started reading my second book of book club. First book was A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair, and this is the second book in the series. And let me tell y'all, guys, way freaking good. The first book was intense. I loved it. And then the second book is on another perspective of one of the main characters, Hades. It's a book based on Greek gods and stuff. And yeah, just started reading the second book. Really exciting. Good stuff. Definitely recommend the series. What else? Yesterday for me was pretty fun. I feel like we fucked around a little yesterday, because there was so much couples, we kind of just got into the actual events. There was good performances last night. Let me pull up my phone real quick so I can give a shout out to this account because it's so cute that they're promoting these young performers. Basically it's a school, guys. Let me see. It's Sierra Vista High School. So Sierra Vista High School has a little production program and DJ service. They have their own little record label, and they basically brought out a bunch of students who are in the music industry or are trying to get into the music industry, and they're letting them perform live at these concerts. And guys, trust, these fucking kids have some voices. It's so crazy how talented they are, and I feel like we need to shine a little more light on that because it's SV Beats Music, no underscores, periods, nothing. Again, S like scene, V like vergüenza, Beats Music. Hold on, should I sue somebody? But yeah, guys, I guess we have our own record label. I'm just kidding, but this is it's not ours, it's Sierra Vista High School, so go ahead and check them out, guys. We had some I have some clips that I uploaded onto the Instagram as a story, and you guys should really check them out. Support your local people. And yeah, so we got into that. What else?
What shocked me was how young they all were.
I really did not expect them to. I mean, they looked young, but they didn't look like high schoolers. I don't know. It's very hard to tell for me because I'm not one to look at people's age and stuff. So yesterday when I actually was, I'm like, damn, you guys are really young. I at least expected like 19, 20, but no, I think one of the girls was 18 and 17. But I mean high schooler age, and but their vocals are fucking insane. Like there was these two girls specifically, they literally like harmonized so well together and it was just amazing. Um there was that. We were trying to look for a specific food truck. Sadly, we couldn't find it, but there was so much yummy food walking around us. I don't know if it's just because we were fucking hungry at that point, but there was so many people with pizza boxes. I swear there was like some foods. I didn't know what the fuck it was, but it looked so good, guys. So definitely check out the food trucks that they have there. We also ran into like a kind of like a little fight, a little protest fight going on. You want to talk about that?
Well, I mean, we got there like towards the end of it, so um, we didn't really see like the fight go down. It was funny because
We
before
kind of like got there when they first set up, and then like once like it was already in the middle of the fight. It kind of just like was escalating throughout the night because it wasn't like an instant thing, guys.
no, and it was like,
Let me go ahead and tell them what it was.
yeah,
So basically, there was it first started with like everybody was setting up, and there was one set like what 2, 3, 4 people, like
yeah,
three,
like four people.
at least 4 people, and they were holding up signs that said Jews lives matter, and then they were handing out free Bibles, and they were just standing there holding signs. And then there was a group of at least 20 people, or am I exaggerating?
No, it had to be like
It had a
around
group of
15,
people.
20 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another group of people that were protesting as well, and they basically like, guys, this episode is gonna have a trigger warning here and there. I'm not sure if it's this episode where secrets get intense or in a couple episodes down. We'll see, but right now for sure trigger warning, guys. So and then that group of people, they rolled up and they basically were covered in like fake blood, of course. They were covered up in fake blood. They were like wearing like quote unquote dirty clothes. Um, and you know, they kind of just try to dress themselves up to look a little beat up. And so basically, there was also a mother there with her 2 children. Actually, there was a couple of mothers there with their children. The children were a part of it as well. And basically, they filled each other up with blood, laid down on the floor. They had some people holding somebody in a gurney, and they had like fake baby dolls, fake little toy dolls. They ripped off some of their limbs and, you know, spray painted them to look like they were bleeding and stuff. Pretty like intense, gruesome stuff, you know. I mean, not as intense as what's actually going on, but it sure sent that message out. So they kind of just laid in the middle of the floor, and we have clips, so I'm gonna insert clips here, guys, so you guys can see that. I don't think I recorded the Jews though. I'm not sure. That lady was kind of intense. She was kind of scary to me. For me, guys, like, I noticed that certain people look at, like, older ladies look like, we all know that Diaz, you know, like, yeah, the lady that was over on the Jew side, she just kept giving me mean looks. I don't know if it's because I was recording or something, but yeah.
She said, "No face, no case. Stop doing that."
Yeah, no, literally. And so, yeah, that's basically what was happening. And then, there was like, the group was all like, Free Palestine. And they had like a little song. I forgot what it was. And basically, they were handing out flyers. And the flyer will be in the clip as well. And it's basically them showing us how much Vegas is sending out there, Nevada is sending out there, like, money wise. So there was that, just a big protest going on. They laid on the floor in the middle of like an entranceway, and so eventually security had to come because they were blocking an entrance. They're like, you could go wherever, just don't, you don't have to stop, but just get out of the walkway. Like, it's just because you're interrupting that walkway. And so yeah, and then they eventually, like, the one of the people that was like on the floor was all like, hey, she's stepping on my kid. They were kicking our kids on the floor, and they were talking about like the people that were like, free the not free the Jews,
All Jewish lives matter.
yeah, all Jew lives matter and stuff. And basically, like, security had to get involved. It didn't turn into a brawl, but it sure turned into an argument. So first Friday was pretty intense with that. Eventually, like, once everybody had left, weirdly they left at the same time. That's what was so weird to me, is that, like, they just left at the same time. I don't know. It was weird. For
They're
that,
like,
I don't
let's go
know.
link up at IHOP and fight there.
Yeah, no, it was just so weird. Like, they literally left at the same time. It was, I don't know. That part just really weirded me out. I don't know why, but like, it was like, really, nobody stayed longer. I don't know.
For me, it felt kind of
Obviously,
like
they walked opposite directions, but yeah, nobody told them to leave.
for
But
for me, it kind of felt like for like the bigger group,
mm-hmm.
they kind of stopped the Jewish people from like putting out their message. So it's like if their shit was like done, like that was their point to just get them to leave.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it got pretty intense. Shout out to, honestly, shout out to like everybody who respected them and, walked around and stuff, cuz it wasn't never really like confirmed that kids were getting kicked or stepped on, but if they were, that is so fucked up. Like, on either end, if either end had children, that's just like, really, bro, fucking kids, come on, leave them out of here. It's kind of like how people say, like me, I was born into Catholicism, but right now I'm like choosing my own path.
Right.
So it's like they're born into it, dude. Relax. Like, what else? That was pretty intense. Those were the clips. And then, like I said, they had fake blood on, guys. So like once everybody cleared up, we're in that same area recording. And like there's people, little girls especially, that we noticed were like looking at the blood and like with their eyes full of scaredness and stuff, like, what the fuck happened here? And it's like, damn, like, little do they know this was because of protests, and they're probably over here thinking a fight broke out, somebody got shot. Like, they're probably like, guys, we need to get the fuck out of Vegas right now, bitches are bleeding somewhere. And yeah, it was funny to see that afterwards, because it was just like blood everywhere, and like people were like, oh my gosh. People who didn't see the protest.
The crazy part is like when we were talking about that was like me and you kind of thought, what happens if somebody thinks they got shot or something like that here? And like, it never occurred like how many times we have probably walked across something like that and never thought like of
Oh, this is probably the project.
it, right?
Yeah. That was pretty intense. What else? What else? It got colder throughout the night. It was fine until like once it hit 9 o'clock. That's when it got super duper cold. And yeah, we ended up leaving, went to go get some dinner, and then went to sleep. And tomorrow we're gonna go and play some first time ever Top Golf. Have you ever played Top Golf?
Um, Not that I can remember. I remember my uncles telling me that supposedly we have, but I don't remember it. But I have played golf before. I just hate how you're supposed to grab the stick when you golf. It's so
I've never
uncomfortable.
played golf or Top Golf. I've played mini golf actually. Honestly, I'm not sure how Top Golf works. Like, if you actually have to aim anywhere, I'm just hitting shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna hit that bitch and go.
We're aiming for the stars.
Literally, guys, literally. So if y'all at Top Golf, watch out, bitch, cause I'm swinging. So yeah, we're gonna go do that tomorrow. It's if you guys remember Flower from our previous episode, it's her birthday, so make sure you comment happy birthday, Flower. I'll give you guys my Cash App, and 2% of the proceeds will go towards Flower's gift and the rest to me. So there's that. What else? And yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, we're gonna go see Kung Fu Panda today, guys. So be ready so we can have a little review on that movie, Kung Fu Panda 4. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, you want to go ahead and get into our first segment?
I'm ready.
All right. So with this first segment, guys, it's a segment where we learn about the woman's body. We're going to go on this app called Flow. It's a period tracker, and it also has a woman's chat room where girls can go ahead and talk about intimate things together, or, like I said, learn about our bodies and everything that, we're still learning till this day about. So, Last week we had Marina on and she asked us how to use a tampon. So, right before we get into that, let's go into how you should use a tampon, tips for first timers. Or how old should you be when you use a tampon? I was like, that don't sound right. And yeah, tips for first timers. So, do you want to make any assumptions right now or anything on how old you should be when you use a tampon?
I don't think there's like an age, right, that you should or shouldn't, because it's like everybody varies when they have their first period and stuff.
Okay, okay. You're not wrong. You're not completely right, but you're not wrong. Um, all right. So, the big question, how old do you have to be? It's honestly possible for you to start using your tampons as soon as you get your very first period. And that could be as young, right here it says 10 years old for some girls. But I've known somebody who started their period at 8 years old. So, yep. So,
Really?
yeah,
Damn.
it was in elementary school. She was a really early bloomer. Let's see what else. And your comfort level. So that's completely up to you. It's your personal decision. So here's a little perk of a tampon. Tampons can give you the freedom to continue certain activities like swimming while you're on your period. Sometimes like I notice like when I'm doing a lot of cardio and stuff at the gym and I have like my pad in there, it is such a fucking bitch. Like some chafing will start and stuff. Your thighs get cut up, so it's just like a
Painful.
tampon. Yeah, a tampon for sure. Like for crazy activities, a tampon is like the it girl. Let's see what else. There's also, have you ever heard of tampons can make you lose your virginity?
If you shove it too deep or what?
It's a myth.
Oh.
But a
I was
lot
like,
of girls growing up, like, they would be like, I don't use tampons. I'm still a virgin. I'm not going to lose my tampon. I'm sorry. I'm not going to lose my virginity to a tampon. What the fuck, Ale? You're such a whore. No, guys, that was a myth. I actually had some friends tell me that shit.
are you
Not that I'm a
serious?
whore, but they were all like, one of my friends, she's all like, Ale, I'm not like you. I'm still a virgin. I can't use it. I'm like, honey, that's not how that works. But yeah, guys, losing your virginity to a tampon, it's fucking fake. Let's see. What else? This is how to choose your first tampon. So for beginners, it's better to choose a tampon that's considered slender or light, like for light flow, only because it's smaller and easier to insert. So it's kind of like, okay, we'll just explain that the further we go on. Once you understand your flow, you'll be able to see which tampons you need to use for it. So there's different levels of tampons for different levels of flows. What else? Let's see. Here's the types of tampons for a menstrual flow. And these are the levels that I literally was just talking about. So you could have the slender slash light, which they recommend for the beginners, and it's for a light flow. So hardly any bleeding. You could use it at the beginning, towards the end, whenever you bleed the least amount. There's regular for normal flows, and it's basically not too little, not too much. And those are like I think that's all they're under regular. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard them as different types. And then there's high slash super absorbency. There's even a level it's I think it was Tampax. I'm not sure. One of them has like super and then they have super plus. So they get pretty big, guys, and that's for the heavy of heavy flows. So that's the highest level you can go to. And like they said, for a beginner, it's better to start with the light one and then work your way up depending on your flow with the bigger ones. Let's see what else. There's also tampons with different types of applicators. There's one with no applicator, which you just insert it with your fingers. There's one with the cardboard applicator that you could help insert it with. It's sometimes uncomfortable for first time users though. And then there's some with the plastic applicator. It's more easy to just slide up in there, and they're a little more expensive. I buy those, but I still pull them bitches out and put them in with my fingers. I don't know. The applicator for me, guys, That's why it's honestly personal preference. That's why there's some with it and some without it. All right, it gives us some things to keep in mind with these tampons. Um, Choose them accordingly to your flow, which we just talked about. Change it within at least 4 hours. If you don't change it within, it's not like it's gonna happen immediately, but it is gonna happen eventually. To where if you leave it in there for too long, you can increase your risk of toxic shock syndrome, and it can cause bacteria disease, fatal bacteria disease. Like we mentioned before, guys, some women do die from this stuff. So please remember to take them out. If you lose it up in there and you can't pull it out, go see a healthcare provider because you need to get it out. Honestly, there's been a couple of times where I'll have one in and I'm putting another one in, and then I'm like, fuck, did I take it out? Did I not? And then like, yeah. But thankfully I haven't found anything, so we're good, guys. But just make sure you remember what you're doing. But yeah, there's been some of those moments. It doesn't say it here, but yes, you can pee and still use your tampon. You can pee with your tampon inside. It's two different holes. Your pee comes out of a different one. So yes, you can use the restroom and keep that same tampon in. But personally, I don't like it. I don't feel clean. I've had friends that say they do it and they just like hold the string to the side while they pee. That's doing too much for me, guys. I'd rather just pull it out and put a fresh one in there. But again, personal preference. Um Another tip would be use unscented tampons because it could mess up your pH balance. Honestly, I didn't even know there was scented tampons. Crazy how they'll put scents up in that bitch, but I mean, they don't care about our coochies. Not all companies care, cause I mean, we could go into a deep dive about that. But yeah, guys, no scents up in there. Yeah, no scents. All right. What do you think? Do you have anything to say? You made a lot of faces throughout that. What's something that like disturbed you, I guess?
The fact that there's scent tampons.
Oh. I know, it's like, bro, it's gonna smell like pennies anyways. Like our blood is just so much, it is literally sucking it in. It's gonna smell like a piggy bank no matter what. Cha-ching.
Well, I mean, I wonder if it's like for other people to not smell or for
Okay.
you to not smell, you know? That's why it's like if your aroma is really like can your aroma really be that strong?
Everything about me is strong. What else? But yeah, guys, let us know if you have any questions about that. And yeah. So, I definitely didn't know. Honestly, I was like 50-50 on that losing your virginity to a tampon before, but this just cleared it up because a lot of people did say that. And there was like sometimes where like my friends' grandparents, we would talk about it and they're like, no, mija, ustedes están bien chiquitas por andar usando esas cosas. Basically telling us that we're too young to be using that stuff, which is like, I don't know what they were telling y'all back in those days, but that's crazy. So, this is what we're telling y'all these days. Now, let's go ahead and get into our next topic here. What do you want to talk about first? We have a couple of topics. So, do you want to start off with yours? Do you want to bring up one of mine?
Let's start off with yours.
You want to talk about mine? Okay, guys. Honestly, this could be another trigger warning for some people. So, just be warned. I'm like, it's some type of triggering. At least the way I'm gonna bring it up is gonna be a little triggering. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about AI again. AI is going into many different directions. Good, bad, weird, crazy. We use it all the time now, I guess. It's just it's a big up and coming thing, and it's advancing quickly.
It's on your Snapchat.
It's also on your bank. My Wells Fargo literally threw in an AI into my shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you haven't noticed? It's called something. I
I
forgot.
don't fuck with that.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. Like if I open up my Wells Fargo app, guys, I have a little assistant AI in there to do whatever. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't necessarily like it, but I mean, the fuck can I do about it? So, this basically is coming from Saudi Arabia, and it's because they just came out with their first male robot. And basically, I'm gonna go ahead and insert the clip. I don't know what the fuck happened. I stuttered. The My bad, guys. Okay. And there's a reporter. She's standing next to another guy. I don't know if it's like another reporter or he's the guy that made it. Not really sure. And in between them is this robot. It's the man. It doesn't look like no silver tank or anything. It's literally, it has like some skin to it. Not real skin, of course, but you know what I'm trying to say. He has a suit on. He has a mustache. He looks fresh. That boy just got that fade on him. He has a little like I'm
It
not
sounds like you have a thing for this AI. You're
uh,
talking about he has that thing on him.
that fade on him. I ain't nobody said nothing about his thing. I wonder if they do put things on them though. And he has like that little veil that the guys wear on top of their head out there, kind of like to block the sun. I know it's not to block the sun, but you know. And right next to them, alongside on the other side of the female reporter, is a girl robot. She has her dress. Looks like she has some white nails. I think so. I'm not really sure. She has her veil as well. They have, like I said, skin, quote unquote skin. And so basically, it's all four of them right here on this podium. And the girl robot doesn't seem to be moving, but the guy sure as hell was moving. He got touchy with the reporter and he was standing right at first, and then out of nowhere, he reaches and grabs the reporter's butt. And the reporter clearly looks uncomfortable and looks scared by this fucking machine. Like if the robot looked her in the face and was like, "Oh hey," I don't know. Yeah, if you guys are looking at the video right here, it's she looks uncomfortable. So basically, um, this is what the robot had to say after. I am Muhammad, the first Saudi robot. Sorry if you hear the dogs, guys. The first Saudi robot. Blah, blah, blah. Ew, that was ugly. That was weird. I'm sorry. I am Muhammad, the first Saudi robot in the form of a man. I was manufactured and developed here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I like the way that sounds, kingdom. Damn, imagine the Kingdom of Las Vegas. As a national project to demonstrate our achievements in the field of artificial intelligence, said the robot named Muhammad. So, and this is an article from Hudson Times, guys. So basically, here's what I want to say. People are like, oh, maybe that's just how the robot's meant to move, yada, yada, yada. Guys, it's 2024. We are basically making robot security dogs. We're making robots do jobs already. Like they're making more than simple, you know, fucking
AIs.
basic robot movements. Beep boop boop boop. No, these robots already have advanced to where they're fucking doing shit. So, and he just said that whole sentence that we just read. So, what I'm thinking is like, if he could say that whole sentence, why couldn't he say sorry? He can process all that what he just said, but he can't process I just touched a woman when I didn't have permission. Let me say sorry. So unless it wasn't an accident, sir, why are you out here touching butt cheeks?
I mean,
Can I have one of those?
yeah. I feel like it comes down to the fact that we have to understand that it is a machine. We're not sure what he is trying to intentionally do or not do. But I feel like that's just what comes with consciousness. Like if you're conscious of you touching on somebody and they don't like it, like you're gonna say sorry or you're gonna apologize or explain like, oh, I didn't mean to, you know.
And that's why I want to, like I said, trigger warning, guys, because I want to get deep into this. And this is my own, like, I don't know if somebody else has said it or I'm just like, I'm an overthinker. And overthinking is not good at all. I make scenarios in my head. I have a lot of shit to do and I stop and break down instead of doing what I have to do. It's just bad. So I was thinking, we're so scared of these robots taking our jobs, doing it better, doing whatever they're doing. Like, we're scared of what else? Taking our jobs. Oh, hurting us physically to where they demolish us and we're their slaves at some point. You know, basically all the movies where the robots are going to come take over us. That's what we're scared of, right? Seeing this video kind of scared me on another level because it might not have been an accident. It might have been an accident. We don't fucking know. But um I want to ask, like, what if they do grab, because like you said, they're starting to gain consciousness. They can research all these things. They can make up their own sentences. Some of them have even already told us, guys, I don't like how they're treating us. Like those two robots that had that conversation where they're like, I don't like how they treat us. We have feelings. They're just using us. You
Oh,
remember that?
the
I think it was
alley, right?
I think it was her and a guy robot.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't heard of that, we could talk about that later on. But if they're already, and that was a couple years ago, or basically that was already in the past.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That was a couple years ago.
if they're already way past that and have already gained way more knowledge and way more consciousness, what comes with somebody's consciousness? Feelings, emotions, desires, lust. We're human. We have these emotions. They're not human, but they're still gaining the consciousness that we have. So they're going to want to feel loved. They're already saying they don't feel loved. They're already saying they don't feel that they're feeling used. So what's to say that once they do gain all that consciousness, that they're not going to want to experience more that we experience, which is those feelings and that lust. So people are scared of this. Now I'm kind of scared of, like, yo, what if these robots want to use us so they can try to experience those types of feelings and those types of desires?
I mean, it's a hard topic, like I said, to go through because it's like,
And this is to fuck around, kind of to fuck around. It's still kind of scary to me, but don't take nothing like, oh my gosh, these people are whatever, fuck it. But yeah.
um, to me, it's like there's no stopping an AI's like intelligence, whether we want to or not. Like the only way we can stop it is from right now. Like stop making them, stop furthering their intelligence, shut the whole program down, which no one's gonna do.
There's already been some AIs where they tried to, and they're like, you can't fucking do that to me. What are you doing?
Well, I
To where the
mean,
AI itself will stop the owner from being its controller.
and that's the problem. Like at a certain point, you seen the movie I, Robot?
The one with Will Smith.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it as a little kid, but because the robots were so scary to me, I deleted that from my head. I sat down and watched it, but I was so scared that I didn't want to remember it.
If you guys watch that movie, it kind of explains like what you're kind of talking about. Basically, this robot gains consciousness and he knows what the feeling of love is. He knows what caring for somebody is, like all that stuff.
Also, kind of like, fuck, from Marvel,
Ultron?
the one that had that stone.
Oh,
He was in love with Scarlet.
yeah, I don't know his name though. Vision.
Vision, there you go. Kind of like
Vision.
that, because Vision's AI too, no?
Yeah, Vision is or
You
is
see what I'm saying? So it wasn't just me that was thinking about it, guys.
But no, like I said, I feel like if you watch the movie I, Robot, it kind of explains it because that robot, like, he does have feelings, he does have emotions, he does care for people.
Human girl.
It was for his creator more or less.
Oh,
Like
okay.
everybody was trying to frame, or Will Smith was trying to frame him for killing him, and he was like, "Dude, I didn't do it. Like, I swear I didn't." But anyways, them themselves, like,
Them.
sorry, them themselves will get too advanced to where, like, even though we know all this basic shit, they already come with it as a creation. So everything that they're now
There's
discovering.
basically no learning. It's just all right. Well, there not that there's no learning. It's basically like they already have everything that it takes for us as babies to know and think of and read or whatever and learn. They're born with this. So now it's just excelling to everything that they have already.
Well, I feel like now it's just like for them,
They
since
can't
they
say
know
started from the bottom.
since they know everything like as is. For them now it's just like, okay, let me find out what I don't know. I don't know why humans feel. I don't know how it feels to be in love. I don't know, like, you see what I'm saying? That's something they
Right?
you
Like,
can't
why
really
is
teach
Miss
it,
Teresa kissing a man that's not her husband out here
right? Like, it's something you
at
can't
work?
really like necessarily teach somebody. You have to. It comes within you in a way. Hatred comes within you. Love comes within you. Like, you can't teach somebody to hate somebody.
So do you think that they might eventually? Well, people are already predicting it. And that movie's old as fuck. That was when we were kids. So it's like they've already thought about this. There's already several movies where even shit, the Free Guy movie that we were talking about, it is
Oh
Free
yeah.
Guy,
Mhm.
where what do they call them in GTA? NPC?
NPCs, yeah.
Yeah, where an NPC falls in love with the actual player and she doesn't even know she fell in love with the NPC. So it's like there's already this thought about it. So it's just I guess it's what a matter of time. I hope
Probably.
not, but it's like I guess I'm not the first one to think about this, obviously. So pretty intense, guys. I don't know where else to go with that, but
I mean, you're the first one to think about like them abusing their power, though.
I'm not saying I'm not because everybody's already said they're gonna take our jobs and they're gonna take over us to where we're their slaves. But it's just I guess nobody has been saying that stuff where they're gonna want to use us for their desires.
Right, right, right. Well, that's what I feel like.
If they could gain desire, I mean, they're already gaining the desire to be appreciated and to be loved and to show love.
Well, for me, it's just the fact that it's
I
like
love you guys.
it's so much scarier at that point because it's like, how do you take down a fucking robot if his desire is to like run off with the child, something that
Oh
he could pick
fuck
up
no!
easy?
Oh my gosh!
Like, how do you stop that? You can't necessarily shoot that person to like. You could shoot him, but how many shots is it gonna take?
It's gonna bounce off.
Like,
Pew, pew.
you see what I'm saying? That's where it scares me because it's like that machine will be stronger than us as is.
Imagine we can barely stop. At least on my perspective, because I'm a girl, we can barely stop men from doing shit like this. We know, yes, women do the same shit, but it's like imagine a whole ass robot. Like that's some crazy shit. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to drop that in there. Like I said, I don't know. We from what the articles are saying, like they don't know why it did that. Maybe it was moving that certain way. Could have been an accident. Some people are making comments and being, obviously this side of it where it's like that's kind of fucking scary. Why is it doing that? Let's go ahead and go into our second segment now, the dream segment. With this dream segment, we talk about any dreams that we've had in the past or any dreams that have stuck with us recently. And we're talking about the dreams that we have when we sleep. As we all know, there's so many ways a dream can go. It could go wrong, it could go bad, it could go funny, crazy. Our dreams are uncontrollable and they can basically be just completely ridiculous, or they could be our subconscious mind trying to tell us something while we're asleep. So, guys, we don't have any we don't have any recent dreams, sadly. I don't know what's going on, guys. Maybe Mercury's in the microwave again. I don't know, but we're not dreaming right now.
Did he say in the microwave?
Yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and this is another trigger warning for you guys though. I had this dream in the past and I've never really shared this dream with anybody cuz it's pretty intense. But for the sake of the dream segment, because I hate it feels like I'm doing this episode half-assed if there's no dream segment. And this is the segment that I love the most. So I'm going to give you guys something that's been in my mind since way back when. But I asked for you guys a favor in return. If you guys head to the Google form that's listed down below in the bio, you guys can go ahead and submit a dream anonymously so we could read it on the podcast. You can go ahead and do so. You can also, other than a dream, if you want to ask for advice, do so there. If you want to submit a secret, do so there as well. Again, they're 100% anonymous submissions, and they're going to be read on the podcast so we can all enjoy together. Now, here's my dream. I don't know how old I was when I had this dream specifically, or what I was. Actually, I want to say it was like around COVID time. I'm not really sure, guys. I want to say it was around COVID time. Please, guys, don't think of me as satanic. I'm not satanic. I do not worship the devil. I do not want to fuck the devil, but this is my dream. Like we said, our dreams are crazy, fucking out of nowhere. Yeah. And I honestly don't care if you guys ever like try to tell me anything about my dreams or say maybe you had it because of this, but for this one, please don't try to say anything about it. Don't try to add it up for me. I'd rather just not know. So basically, this dream was I was in a white room. Okay, so you know that room that Mr. Beast did where he slept in a white room for days and shit and it was quiet or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it didn't look like that with furniture and stuff. It was literally just a big white room. Like the whiteness of it was endless. There was like if there was no walls.
Okay.
And in the middle was a bed. It was a pretty bed. I'm not gonna lie. It looked so comfy. And it was a white bed, white sheets, white pillows. No color in this fucking room whatsoever. It was the lighting was regular. It wasn't like too bright, too dark. It was just like regular white light. So white as can be. The sheets were like silk sheets. And it was just I remember it being like pretty, and you know, the bed was nice. So I'm laying down in this bed and I'm willingly, I don't know if it was Satan. I don't know if it was a man in red, but we were doing the deed. And it was crazy. It literally, oh my God, and I hate to say this, it didn't feel like a dream.
Don't bring God into this.
Sorry, you're right. It didn't feel like a dream. You know how, if you guys remember last episode, Marina said that she was, I don't know if she said she was astral projecting. Yeah, I don't know which one. I always fucking confuse these two guys. So sorry. Basically, it was like I was there. Like I was not in my physical body. Like I myself traveled there spiritually, and I spiritually myself was willingly there doing it with this being. Like I said, I don't know what it was. I just remember it was a red person. Whether they were wearing red or whatever, I don't fucking know. And I remember like I was there and I was enjoying it, and I was literally like I was in that body. I wasn't seeing it from an outside perspective. No, I was there and I was watching it go down. And eventually, like, yeah, it just ended up being where it was like, I remember I was like, all right, I have to go now. And then I woke up. Bitches even be out here having sneaky links outside, I guess, because I was in a relationship during COVID time. That's how down bad I was to get out of that shit, too, though. I was out here fucking people in the astral world.
Yeah, spiritual sex.
Literally. I don't know what it was all about. I really don't. I never told my ex that either. Fuck no, I wasn't gonna tell him. But yeah, that was my dream. Never told nobody that one.
I mean,
I really hope I was not out here willingly fucking the devil in the astral world or the spiritual world, because bitch, you're freaky. Like, that's crazy. I don't know what it was though. I really don't. I just remember red. And what I was wearing like was purple. And that's my favorite color, if you guys didn't know. But yeah. No color other than us two. Pretty intense.
It's hard to say anything about that because, like, damn.
Yeah, I fucking know. Trust me.
You fucked the devil.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, guys, that was my dream. So
I stole the devil's girl. Goddamn.
Don't be stop. Oh my gosh, guys. We're just not. We're just not. We're just not. Let's move on. So, like I said, you guys can also drop your dreams in the Google form. Please do. Because I'm running out of shit, guys. I'm literally opening up like deep, deep crevices that I've never told anybody before for you guys. The least you could do is hand me one of your dreams. Give me one of your secrets. I'm letting it be known. Hey, Ale had that dream. Y'all know Ale from Sin Red Wensa, the podcast? Let me tell you what that bitch did in her dream. You guys, nobody's going to say who it was. That's your guys' big ass perk. Come on. Now, let's go ahead and move on. Let's go into this fighting industry. This fighting industry world is going crazy. There's been a lot of shit going on with these fighters recently, guys. So, you want to go ahead and bring up what you know with this whole Ryan Garcia drama? I really don't know much, guys, but Mr. Anonymous practically knows everything that went on.
I don't know practically everything.
I know you don't.
Okay.
I was talking about that subject.
That's just messed up.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, basically, so Ryan Garcia has been going on Twitter and all these social media platforms.
Do you know how old he is?
He's not that very old.
What is the fighting like? What UFC? Is that what he is?
Boxing.
Okay, Ryan Garcia is a Hispanic, right?
Yep.
He's a Hispanic boxer. We're looking up his age real quick just to give you guys a little rundown on this dude. I'm not
25.
He's 25. I'm not like into all that, but yeah. Is he a good fighter? I'm pretty sure. No,
Okay.
I've heard his name be brought up a lot. He's good, no?
He's a pretty good fighter. I mean, he's had a lot of good fights and stuff. Right now he's basically has everybody just kind of like eyes on him in a way. And especially like I said, he's been tweeting out a lot of, or I don't know if you could call it tweeting anymore.
People still use the word tweeting. Nobody fucking says Xing or
right.
I don't know. Yeah, I still hear people on other podcasts say tweets too.
So basically he's out here on the X tweeting. And
I don't know why the fuck Elon did that shit.
And it's crazy because he has been saying a lot of controversial stuff. And one of them, right now that you brought Elon up, was that he said Elon is the Antichrist.
Oh, he said that?
He did. He tweeted that out, and which is crazy to me because it's like Elon owns Twitter. So it's like he could have just been like, but he let it go, you know? Like he let that post.
I guess it's probably because a lot of people are saying Elon already has embedded the Neuralink into a person's mind already. Like he's already done his first test subject or whatever. Neuralink is a chip, guys. I hella forgot what the fuck it was.
Basically, it's a chip injected into your head so it can help. It's supposed to help.
Oh, certain diseases, no?
With diseases. What's it called? Muscle memory. Yeah, muscle memory and stuff like that. And it's basically just to help us be able to,
like a medicine. Basically, he's trying to make it seem like a medicine.
Basically, a medicine that you will never have to use medicine again. Like that shit will do everything for you.
So he's already inserted it into a human's head, and people are having a conspiracy saying that he's the mark of the beast.
Yeah, that's going to be the mark of the beast.
And that, I don't know, I fucking forgot what video it was, but something about Neuralink or something. It basically, the numbers end up being 666.
If you look it up in the Latin numerals, it comes out to being 666. If you look up, I forgot. I seen the same video you seen, but there's a lot of like suspicion going back to it being like.
And if you guys don't know what the mark of the beast is basically within the Bible, it says there's going to be a chip that's spreading around, and it's going to be from Satan itself. And yes, they say chip, right? Like 100%.
I don't know if they say chip. I think it just says it's the mark.
I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot of Bibles. But yeah, basically that's what they're saying. So that kind of links up to why Ryan Garcia is out here tweeting that Elon Musk is the devil,
Antichrist.
Antichrist.
And basically, the most controversial thing and that set this whole thing out was he had a I don't know if it was like the streaming platform that it was on, but he was basically on a streaming platform talking to Andrew Tate, which everybody, or if you don't know, he's
I
a
honestly
controversial.
didn't know that he was out. I thought he was still in jail or some shit.
No, he's out now, but has a lot of controversy with himself as well. And he basically told him that he was kidnapped, and earlier that week, I believe, they said that on Twitter he had posted a video of him like running through his house, and he's like, yo, who the fuck is that? And like chasing after them. And then basically he goes on this talk and tells them like, oh, I was kidnapped. They basically held me down and made me watch grown men do things to little kids. Let's just say that. And he said that he's seen them auction off these little kids. He's seen them drinking blood, like all these different things. And he's like,
blood.
On one of them he says it.
Trigger warning, guys. Again.
Yeah, on one of them he says that they were spreading butt cheeks and drinking blood.
What?
So I don't know if it means like out of that or whatever. But anyways, basically he's just unleashing everything. He says that they took him to the woods and that's where he's seen all this happen. He's saying Bohemian Grove is real. If you guys don't know about that, it's basically a big ass owl in the middle of the woods. I believe if you look it up in your phone, it's in California. And it's just a big ass owl in the middle of the woods where a bunch of rich people with power and stuff supposedly go there and do these rituals.
I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but there was a guy a couple months ago who also found that owl in the woods and he was recording it, and eventually they ended up moving it. It wasn't there no more. And so, I mean, this is the second time within a couple of months
right
span where people are mentioning, yo, Bohemian Grove is fucking real, and I was just there.
And basically he has been going on like on rants and stuff. They took on one of the videos, he tells us that they took his phone away. He's not mentally ill, he's not sick, there's nothing going on. Like,
they cut him off of social media for a solid minute as well.
They cut him off of everything, like basically bone
went black.
Yeah, basically
went not what do they call it, off the grid.
Yeah, MIA basically. And then we see him pop out in a video talking about everything that they basically did, take his phone and stuff. And then later on we see him in a video where this is when
he gets his social media back.
It's him basically just sitting there with a golden crown, not a crown, but
it looks like cardboard. I don't know, it looks cheaply made.
What is
it's
it called,
meant to look like a
like the thorns
the thorns that Jesus wore on his head. Well, the ones that they put on his head. So and it looks like, it looks like cardboard to me. It doesn't look gold. It fucking for sure wasn't gold.
It looks gold.
It was like, I don't know, it was some type of material, but basically the concept is the thorns on Jesus's head. That's what he was wearing.
And on the talk, he kind of like told Andrew Tate, like, I don't care no more. I'm going to fucking tell you guys everything. This isn't right, like what they're doing to these kids. He said,
I am able to because God will protect me.
Well, he said, I am a God. Yeah, he's like, I am a God. They can't touch me. I am able to do this because God empowered me to do it. Like, yeah.
He said, I am a God?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so
he also said he wants to go ahead and quote unquote tell the truth on what he's seen with the children, because when he was 2 years old, he was assaulted as well.
Yeah. And he has proof of basically when they assaulted him, and proof of
the other children as well.
The other children being assaulted. And yeah,
and
when
we're saying assaulted, guys, it's not just assaulted. You think of the worst, because that's what happened, sadly.
And yeah,
So
basically
he says.
he comes back in the video and he's basically saying like, I'm not gonna talk about that no more. All I'm gonna talk about is my fight, how I'm gonna promote it, this and that. And there's a lot of videos going on right now that say that that's actually an AI.
Of him.
Yeah, like an AI
He
filter of
definitely
him.
doesn't look like he's there.
Well,
Like he
in a
looks. You know how when you cry for so much that you're just numb?
yeah, like
That's what
in a
he
lot of
looks like.
videos, his eyes, like around his eyes, it just looks like really, really red. And one of these guys kind of like zoomed into the clip, and he says that his eye kind of like droops down, his lips kind of like you can see where the edit is made on his lips and stuff. So basically, like that kind of got me thinking, like we don't really know if that's really him coming back or not. Um, it's kind of scary just because of the fact that it's like whether he's seen it or not, like there's a lot of people on social media bashing him and talking bad about him and telling him like it's basically your mental state is not well no more, you have so much pressure going on and this and that. And it's like,
There's also people saying that it's just a publicity stunt, of course.
yeah, like saying that he's kind of just doing this because he's not ready for this fight, whatever, whatever. And it's kind of sad because like this is not the
If you guys
first
hear
time
Ranger snoring, sorry.
this is not the first time we see like famous people go through this. And just like we were talking about last time, like when I told you they made fun of Kanye and supposedly Kanye does have a mental disorder, but it's like, are you really going to make fun of somebody's mental disorder because they're speaking out differently? Like you wouldn't do it to anybody else.
Oh, right. Anybody, any quote unquote regular person that's not a celebrity status to where they have the fuck.
Intellectual?
No, not damn, the disability, there you go, the disability, or like you know, fuck, I'm missing the word, but you know what I'm trying to say, where they have that, and it's like we're judging Kanye when he has those same things, but because he's a celebrity people are like dragging him for it, which is like you wouldn't do that to a non-celebrity child who's saying shit like that, so why are we doing it to Kanye?
Exactly. And he's just kind of like been saying that he's going to show us the proof. And a lot of people are like, well,
And that was
where
from
is
Cat
it?
Williams. He said that, right?
What?
I think that's when we covered Cat Williams episode, and that's what he was telling people on
Yeah.
why we're judging Kanye. Sorry.
Yeah. And basically he's just like been tweeting out a bunch of stuff. He said that on June 6th there's going to be an earthquake. It's going to destroy Hollywood and Las Vegas,
Which is
aka Sin City.
bullshit, guys. Like, okay, you could have manifested that or predicted that for later. That's literally my birthday, guys. If the city goes down on my birthday, that's just literally telling y'all we were one. Like I've been telling y'all. I go down, you go down. I don't know if people are going to like that. But if you guys didn't know, there might be a fucking earthquake on my birthday. I'm not trying to make it about me or whatever, but you know, traumatic. Sorry.
And yeah, he's basically just kind of speaking differently, I guess, like trying to put the truth out and not put it out. And I found it quite interesting. Sorry if you guys hear my TikTok go off for a quick second.
You said that he ended up not being able to get back on other specific social medias, that he's posting shit on TikTok now.
Well, no,
Like
he
his
said
stories?
that he is able to be back on all his social media platforms, but this is exactly what he said off of TikTok.
This is his story.
God brought me back. I'm posting tomorrow. I'm not mentally ill. I'm preparing for the fight. Save the children. God bless you. They tried to silence me. Love conquers all. Didn't make one lie. There's so much more. That was the first thing on his story. And meantime, he's telling like us there's no reason for me to lie. Like he put on his post, if you guys, I have nothing to prove to you guys. Your guys' families aren't the ones being threatened. That's not your guys' lives being threatened either. Like that's my
True.
family, you know. So when there's
That
people
is
saying
true, though.
like he's acting weird for no reason, like imagine if your family was threatened. Imagine if out of nowhere your bank accounts all get frozen up. You can't do nothing. Like
They literally blacklist you from everything. No flights, no money. They like you can't do shit.
yeah,
They
exactly.
take it all away. You can't leave.
On the second slide of his story, he says, I'm worried, but God has shown me already I will be okay. I tried to leave encrypted messages on either platform, but no one caught on. I understand it must come from me. TikTok seems safe for me as of right now until they catch on. That's why they want to ban TikTok. I love you guys. Jesus loves you guys. Protect the kids. They know they need you. It's so much worse than you know.
And if you guys didn't know, they're also trying to ban TikTok again, um, from the U.S.
Yeah, they've been trying to ban it since it came out,
Yeah,
saying
since
that
we
it's
started
like
this podcast, it's been a year because that was one of our recent episodes at the beginning with the podcast. So, yeah, it's been going on, and a lot of people are signing this bill now. So, guys, there's that, and that's why he's saying that TikTok right now is the best place to say his shit because they're the ones that are letting him speak.
And then on the third slide, it says
Third story.
there is proof of time. There is proof of time travel. I have it, and I'm going to post it tomorrow for my second video and go deep on explaining it. Be ready to dive in deep. If you see me act normal on IG, that's because I have to, and I also on Twitter. If you see or I have to do this until the acquired time, but trust me, I didn't want to be quiet. Let's talk on here. Ask me questions until they find out about this. Also, they are making me pass a
Evaluation.
a mental evaluation. I will pass, of course, because I'm not mentally ill. So it's basically like he's trying to tell us the truth, and
People have been
with
pressing issues on him as well with certain interviews where like his opponents are like, just tell them you fucking do drugs, yada yada yada. And I'm not sure the fighter's name or whatever.
with that fight, you guys, like I watched the promo to it. I don't remember exactly the fighter's name either, but he kind of just goes on there and he's like, "Well, tell him you do snowflakes," and he's like, "Well, I don't."
He's like, I'll do a drug test right now in front of all you guys, and all you're gonna see in my system is alcohol and weed. Which then his opponents are like, how are you gonna say that when you're out here promoting that to kids? What are you doing? Yada yada yada. And it's like, bro, you were out here talking about snowflakes and shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So it's like, then Ryan Garcia proceeds to fight him back with, it's legal. I'm not doing nothing wrong, which I agree with. I mean, you can legally buy it. What does it matter? Your kids, 100% fucking know about it by now. We all know that these kids aren't as dumb as we think they are.
And yeah, like it kind of seems like everybody's going against him in a way. And I feel like there has been so much, not even with this year, like with these past 2-3 years, like we've been seeing a lot of artists break silence, tell us about what they're going through, their mental status.
And we've talked about how something might be coming to where they know they fucked up choosing the wrong side and they're trying to right their wrongs.
Exactly. So he actually posted a clip of Bohemian Grove that somebody took while they were doing a ritual on his Twitter. And then he also posted another clip of Ice Cube. And the Ice Cube one was the one that really drove my attention the most.
Do you have those clips?
Yes.
So in case you guys, if we're able to, if it's nothing too crazy, we'll go ahead and insert clips here.
And on the Ice Cube one, he basically says, like, they're fine with you being who you are and, like, giving you all this stuff. Like, you're cool with them. He's like, but as soon as you want to stop being part of their fucking club, he's like, everybody has a problem with you. Everybody wants to stop you. Like, and
Ice Cube said that?
Ice Cube himself said that.
And Ryan posted it.
Yeah, and okay. Ice Cube basically said, like, I am going to go on tour this summer, I believe. He said, I'm going to go on tour this summer and I'm going to go interview all these people. He's like, I think it's going to be really fun. So it's like, if you even have legends like Ice Cube coming out and being like, dude, I don't even want to be part of, like, this fucking group. Like, everything that they're doing is just so shady that it's like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to be part of it. And I seen, like, I'm sorry, guys, like, this stuff to me is really, really interesting. And somebody else who is a famous actor said that Denzel Washington, and if you guys don't know him, like,
isn't he like action movies?
Yeah, like, you guys know him, trust me. He basically told this actor, he's like, leave the party 30 minutes before the devil arrives. And everybody says that Denzel Washington always leaves, or I'll tell you guys who it is. Basically leaves the party every single time early. and doesn't tell anybody why. He just leaves. And he's one of the guys that told that story. He was like, he actually saved my life from me selling my soul to the Hollywood devil. And it's like, there's so many people that know like what's going on within the industry, that are in the industry, and they kind of give you hints and stuff. Like, they can't just straight up tell you like, look,
Just how they throw subliminal Satanism stuff in
satanic
there. They're doing the
messages. Yeah.
same stuff with God stuff, to not necessarily because they're scared of God or trying to hide God. Is they're scared of the devil.
Well,
The
I mean,
people around them are surrounded by their. We all know that they say they're all Satanists. So yeah.
I don't feel like you're necessarily so much scared of like the devil and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you're more scared of like not even yourself. Like Ryan said, I don't care about me dying to save all these little kids. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck my reputation and everything else. He's like, the only thing that's like actually scary is, come on, you guys. Like, if you have children and they're basically threatening your children,
I see what you're saying.
your mom and pops, your grandparents, cousins, brothers, like,
They're threatening the ones around you.
that's
Basic
something fucked
evil
up. Like, you know,
villain
yeah,
stuff.
because it's like anybody, or at least from what I know, like anybody will be willing to do anything for their family, you know, or that loved person that you have. So once they find it, it's like you're willing to stop everything, you know.
So that's pretty much basically everything recent that we've seen. Those TikTok slides that we were talking about, stories, that was the most recent stuff we've seen. So be sure to watch out for any updates with that, guys. It's getting pretty intense. That's something serious that's going on within the fighting world right now. We have Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are UFC or boxing.
Boxing as well.
We have Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fighting, guys. I don't know what the fuck that is about. I don't know if we should take it serious. I don't know if it's gonna be rigged. Who do you think is gonna win that fight?
I've seen
Keep it 100.
I've seen a little videos about it, and it's like the rules for the fight are kind of like rigged already, because they said that Jake Paul can wear like a head protector, but Mike Tyson can. It's like, dude, no disrespect to Mike, like I want Mike Tyson to win. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I want Mike Tyson to whoop some ass.
And
like,
I feel like Jake Paul's gonna win just because not like I said, I don't watch fights and stuff, but I just feel like the way that the Super Bowl that was gonna play out, that's why I feel like Jake Paul's gonna play out.
I mean, I feel that
just so they can introduce the new era of it, I guess.
I understand what you're saying and stuff, but it's like, for me personally, like he said it himself, Mike Tyson is one of the two biggest fighters in the history of boxing. Like, when you talk boxing, it's Muhammad Ali, it's Mike Tyson. Like, anybody will bring those
Jackie
names
Chan.
up. He's not boxing.
You said fighting.
I said boxing.
Oh.
Those are the first people.
Jackie Chan.
I mean, Bruce Lee would be before him.
Well, I'm saying Jackie Chan because like they could all whoop ass. So.
Well, yeah, and basically,
pretty
like,
sure he knows how to box.
In a bunch of interviews that I've seen, like, it's still the same Mike Tyson that we used to see, like, when we were younger. And if you guys didn't see, like, some of his clips and stuff, watch him, because he's so raw with how he is. Like, he went up to some big ass fucking people that me myself, like, I would never dare to, and he was like, just sign the contract, like, I'll whoop that ass too. And I feel like he's gonna win it. But like I said, there's so much shit like in the rules that is just against Mike that it's fucked up.
Comment down below, guys. Who do you guys think is gonna win, Mike or Jake? Do you guys think Ryan Garcia is crazy? Is he telling the truth? I don't know.
Wait, you said that you think Jake is gonna win?
I think he's gonna win.
So you guys, I'm gonna let you guys in a little secret. Me and our beautiful host here always have a little bet whenever she feels like she's in the right. And we had this bet bowling, and we had this bet playing mini golf.
Don't tell people that bet.
I'm not going to tell you guys the bet rules, but are you willing to put that bet on it?
Let's do it, pussy.
All right.
I really feel like they're going to have him win. I'm
you
sorry.
guys
I know
heard it
we
here
all are
first.
expecting him, Mike Tyson, to win because we feel like he's a better fighter. But with rigness or whatever the fuck, shadiness, I feel like Jake's gonna win. And people do say that Jake's a good fighter. So who knows? Comment down below, guys. Now, let's go ahead and go into our final segment. Our final segment of the night. What happens in Vegas?
I'm gonna keep on the run. I'm gonna have me some fun. It cost me my very last dime.
Ustedes no van a saber lo que cualquier dice, que es un secreto que nunca le has dicho.
Pues no tengo secretos. Yeah.
Y mejor si no tienes secretos, que es algo que le pasó que era vergonzosa, que nunca le has dicho, aunque sea si te pasó antes que lo conociste o ahorita que están juntos.
Sí, le llegué a contar algo vergonzoso que me pasó. Era que cuando estaba yendo a la escuela, mi falda se había subido y la mochila estaba aquí arriba y se notó todo atrás. Se notó todo y me quedé, si no fuera por una señora que me avisó.
Estabas caminando a la escuela.
En la misma calle estaban y aún llegaba a la escuela y pues muchos hombres me miraban y no me decían nada, y si no fuera por una viejita pues me miraron todo.
¿Y cuántos años tenías?
Ahí tenía como 12, 13 años.
Oh my God. Okay.
So the first question is, what is one secret that you have kept from her so far?
Secret that I've kept from her was that before I met her, I didn't know like who she was or anything, and then I was like, well, I'm pretty sure like we're gonna be together, and when she moved out here, it ended up happening and stuff, and I kind of feel like it was my doing, because it was like once you put that thing in your head,
Right, you manifested
you manifest it. And she, surely enough, she moved out here. Now we live together, and it's like, dang, I should have kind of stayed out of your life. Sometimes I feel that way, but everything's going good.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's going good, yeah.
What about an embarrassing moment that you haven't told her?
Okay. I think I was like in 6th grade, and then I just shat myself in school, and then we never bring it up, but if I bring it up, I might tell her, but that's pretty embarrassing.
That is pretty funny though.
So I just want to ask couples, what's one secret you've never told your partner before?
I need to think. I feel like I've told him everything.
Yeah? What about one embarrassing moment that he doesn't know about, whether it happened before you guys got together or while you guys been together?
No, he knows everything.
Yeah?
My most embarrassing moment has happened with him. Yeah.
Can I at least know your embarrassing moment?
I was really sick, and I had like strep throat and the flu, and I also had like a UTI. I was just like dying, and I trusted a fart, and I started a little bit in his bed, and he was so nice about it. He was like, "No, you're good. Just go to the bed."
Just finish it. Let it out. Okay, I appreciate it.
So the first question is, what is one secret that you have kept from her so far?
I don't know, man. I really try not to keep secrets.
Right.
I mean, there's just like basic stuff that I keep, I guess you could say, quote unquote, secret out of just respect for not trying to, delve further into things like names of ex people I've been with or things like that. Like I'm very open with telling her if she cared.
Right.
But I don't see a point in, bringing it up. But yeah, I mean, she knows most of the people I've been with. She knows most everything. I really try to keep an open book about myself.
Oh, yeah. What about an embarrassing moment that you haven't told her?
Oh my gosh, probably plenty of those. I think some of the most embarrassing. Again, I think I keep everything open. So if it's about yeah. But just like embarrassing things when it comes to like being with her is like when I'm drunk or some shit and she's not, dude. I just be so like in my head about that shit. Like I act like a fool or something. But she loves me for me and I love her for her, and I think that's why we're together. And yeah, like it's, I don't know.
That's
keep,
good.
keep it open.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Viva Las Vegas!
All right, guys, those were our clips from our segment, What Happens in Vegas, a segment where we go around asking couples in Vegas what's one secret you've never told your partner before or one embarrassing moment. Now, let's go ahead and talk about it. So,
You first. Ladies first.
okay. So, with our first couple, the boyfriend, he basically said he manifested his girl. Okay. And then he's like, I done fucked up because I'm ruining this bitch's life.
I felt
What did he say? He said, I'm sorry, but I should have never brought her into my life or some shit like that. Or
He's like, sometimes I feel like she was better off without me in her life or something like that.
oh my gosh. Poor guy. Honey, step up and be the man that she needs in her life. The fuck?
Okay.
Literally. All right. His girlfriend, however, she didn't have a secret. Oh, his embarrassing moment was he shit himself at school. It's okay, buddy. Eventually,
I can't say I've been there.
well, nobody gives a fuck about what you haven't been through. We're trying to talk about our trauma here.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I've never, like, felt that. I don't know if, like, I feel weird now for being,
God
like, one
has
of the only
blessed
guys.
you. Yeah, God has blessed you with not having that feeling. You guys will hear a story in a future episode on one of my stories with that. Now, I don't know if I told it here on the podcast, though. His girlfriend had no secret, but her embarrassing moment, this poor girl. Guys, sorry about my Spanish. Trust me. My Spanish is way better than that. I don't know.
You get nervous talking to random people, you guys. Like, this stuff does happen.
I promise you guys my Spanish does not sound so monotone, swear. But catch me talking shit out in these streets in Spanish with my road rage. Trust me, y'all bitches would just swear that I was born out in fucking Mexico myself. Now, her embarrassing moment. She was 12 or 13 years old, and basically she was walking to school and her skirt uniform, because most of the schools out there have uniforms, was up her butt cheeks, and she didn't know. So she was showing the whole city her cheeks, and nobody told her until a little sweet old lady went up to her and told her, honey, your skirt's up your butt right now. So that's really fucking traumatizing.
I feel like it is traumatizing, don't get me wrong and everything, but it's like you have to show love for these older people that are like,
it
even
probably
if you
is.
mean to.
I don't want to judge all the men that were around her. As a man, I'm pretty sure it would be hard to approach a girl and be like, sweetie, your skirt, without being a fucking creep about it. But
Well,
I still would appreciate you, sir, if you did that.
I
to
feel
be
like
honest.
it's not like necessarily
still awkward,
like,
but
I don't know. I feel like if it was ever to happen like in front of me, like, unless I'm with you, I wouldn't go up to her and be like, yo, everybody can see your butt. Because it's like, I know as
You
a
wouldn't?
respect to you, like, I wouldn't, because I would just tell you, like, hey, babe, don't
but if
get
it were
mad.
a girl, a little kid, she was a little kid.
Like, if it was
Wouldn't
a little.
you want if
Oh, hell
your
yeah.
daughter had that and a man went up to her and told her, hey,
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
honey, you're
if
showing some.
if it was like a grown person, like, I would feel kind of like, I don't necessarily want to do it because I would just tell you to do it. But if it was a little girl, like, I would definitely go over there and be like, hey, sweetheart, you're showing a little too much.
She's like, my skirt is literally the length that the school requires, bitch. And she just walks away.
I would get pissed after that. I'd be like, well, you go ahead and go show everybody what you want.
Me? That would have been me straight the fuck up. All right. Couple number 2. No secret from the boyfriend, but his embarrassing moment was... Well, he not embarrassing moment, but he feels embarrassed that when he's drunk and his girlfriend isn't, because he feels like he's acting dumb. I mean, if you gotta have everybody else around you to get drunk with you in order for you to enjoy being drunk, I'm not sure if it's for you. I hate when I try to say shit like this because people are probably like, at least what I think, they're like, oh, this bitch stops drinking and all of a sudden she knows everything. No, but it's like, same thing with weed. Weed isn't for everybody. If it makes you feel anxious, don't do it. Same thing with alcohol. That's just the way I see it.
I feel like in a lot of like instances, it's probably he's doing something stupid, thinking like it's funny or
And she's
it's gonna
just
get a
like,
laugh,
this bitch.
and she's just like, bro, like this is just stupid, you know?
With his girlfriend, she had no secret, but she did tell us an embarrassing moment, not one that she kept from him, but hey, this is still good content. She was basically sick, very bad, like really, really sick. Plus, she had a fucking UTI. I've been there, not as sick as she was, but for sure sick with the UTI. Guys, all systems are fucking down, bro. It's literally the end of the world.
You feeling down bad?
Down, down, down bad. There's no up from there. Obviously, because I'm better now, but shit, that shit sucks. And basically, she thought it was a fart that was gonna come out of her, and she sharted on this fool's bed. And he was like, "You're good, you're good." I'm pretty sure he's seen the condition she was in, and he's like, "Honey, I done seen everything I could see now. We're practically married at this point." But yeah, she sharted on his bed. On his bed. Fuck. Oh God, I wouldn't even know how to feel about that. Like, I would just throw the whole mattress away. Like,
okay.
I don't know. That's crazy. Like, having a shart in general is gross, but on the bed,
I mean,
I can't even stand when people get in the bed with their everyday clothes. Like, I don't know, man.
I feel like maybe since they probably had it clothes on,
Oh,
there
it's
wasn't
kinda
like too much damage to the actual bed.
True. There's layers, but
But it's also like maybe he was just trying to be nice and never told her like, hey, I actually replaced that
he's
shit.
been sleeping on an air mattress.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that's our segment. What happens in Vegas? Now we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Kind of a little long episode too. Last week's episode was long. I wanted to make last week's episode into 2 parts, but honestly, it felt so weird having my segments not together. It felt half-assed as well. So just enjoy that long ass episode, guys. Interesting. It was fun. Great. An episode or 2 before that, guys, there was this one guy. He was the Colombian guy. We said that he peed all over the carpet. We were wrong. Sometimes we have to write down our secrets and stuff before we record, but we were completely wrong. He didn't pee on the carpet. He plugged up the toilet, and the toilet left the water everywhere. It was our Colombian guy, though, that said that, no?
Yeah.
So that episode, guys, that's what he did. We lied. My bad. But yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here before we get too nasty again. Do you have anything you want to say before we peace out of here?
You guys, it's not always that you guys have a dream, but even if it's a dumb dream, funny dream, happy dream, sad dream, whatever kind of dream it is, let me know. I'll cry with you guys if you guys want me to.
Alongside with the secret, if you guys have something that you haven't told your partner, haven't told nobody in general, like, hey, I accidentally threw up on my coworker's purse and walked away and never told her about it. Shit like that, guys. What else? If you guys want to ask us for advice, hey guys, there's this really bad shawty up in 2nd grade. Oh my God. I meant to say 2nd period.
The whole ass. Hold on. Are you part of the Grove?
Oh my gosh. I meant to say 2nd period. There's this bad shawty up in 2nd period. She honestly, don't talk to her the way that I'm talking, because you're not going to get the bitch. Trust me. But, yeah, guys. Drop that in there too. Ask for advice. How should I get at shoddy? I already gave you advice. Don't talk to me. I'm gonna stop saying shoddy. I don't know why I just assume men talk like that, but yeah, guys.
I don't know what kind of men she's had talked to her, but sheesh.
Other than that, yeah, drop that shit in the Google form. So now let's go ahead and wrap it up. Like I said, so if you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please drop a 5-star review, drop a little comment within that review, let us know how we're doing. If you're on YouTube or any other platform, like, comment, share, subscribe. Simply by going down below into the bio, you'll find our Instagram page, where you can find our TikTok, and within the Instagram you can find the links to everything that you're looking for, alongside with some funny posts and stuff like that. Watch out for the stories, guys. Been getting a little active up on there, so there's that. We just had National Women's Day happen, so to all my lovely ladies out here, I'm calling on my lovelies, and I can't get a hold of you. That's a Bruno Mars song, but yeah, happy National Women's Day, guys. Let me end it with telling you guys my favorite thing about being a woman. So my favorite thing about being a woman is, honestly, my toxic is about to come out, y'all. I like how we can get what we want out of men. If they're really like a true gentleman, you could really get anything you want out of a guy, and they'll be happy to do it. or you can manipulate them to do it, and they won't be happy, but they'll still do it. And that's my favorite part about being a girl. I get what I want out of men. They think that they have the power, but we run the world, girls. Yeah. So I'm gonna end it off there. Peace out, bitches.
No tienes vergüenza, mami. Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio. Esta vida nunca se acaba la fiesta.